It's 9:30 on a Wednesday morning. I've been here enough times that, pre-pandemic this would be teeming with people. It's still odd, isn't it? The oddness remains.
It's starting to feel permanent.
First thing you see when you arrive in Birmingham is that massive John Lewis store. In January this year they announced they were closing it. Well, what are you going to do with a building like that? Well, there's a Debenhams over there as well, isn't it?
It's like changing, isn't it? If life's changed, then the whole city's changed.
It's like a weird medium where it's like really busy, but it's dead. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we're originally from Wolverhampton, so compared to Wolverhampton, this is good. Yeah, this is busy. Wolverhampton is a ghost town.
Sorry, Wolverhampton. This is Las Vegas compared to Wolverhampton.
It's getting busier now.
Well, that's because they've evacuated the bull ring, that's why.
All right.
Just to make this clear, this is the sort of fire drill. They've just evacuated the shopping centre there, which is why the world suddenly looks like it's the last 2 minutes it's gone back to normal. This is not really the case.
It's like a sudden flashback, isn't it?
It really is. Some of our most formative sort of journalistic experiences happened here. Politicians and the people around them tend to talk about...
Sorry, there's a big...
This is where we learn to love Vox Pops, talking to people on the street as a way of finding out about politics.
How much are you making on a bad day?
Nothing.
You work all day for nothing?
Yeah, well, what else is there? There's no other work.
I'm 19 years old. I'm full of ambition, desire. I want to do something.
Birmingham has taught us a lot over the years.
Are you going to vote? In or out?
Actually, no.
So while a lot of media attention is being paid to the Hartlepool by-election, we've decided to come back here.
Tell me what it's like looking for work at the minute.
Hard, very hard, especially when you have kids to school. Yeah, I was supposed to start work and then COVID happened, so they didn't have me.
What were you meant to be doing?
Working in a cafe.
I've been waiting for the circus, me, mate. I've been waiting for the circus. We had it all booked in last year. COVID just came crashing down on us. Universal credits, doing people in, mate.
Wow, what was that like?
Absolute nightmare. I've got kids at home as well.
We're going to have to find new ways of employing people because I think there's going to be less people actually going into shops and things like that.
Like from the generation that suffered through COVID and had to come out of school and everything, I think that we'll see a lot of innovation, a lot of entrepreneurs, people setting up their own small businesses.
I'm going to set up my own barbershop at some point to work for myself so that if anything does happen again, at least I've got my own company behind me.
That's UB40.
UB40.
We're in the constituency of Hodge Hill, which is ranked to have the highest rate of unemployment of anywhere in the country. And everywhere we go, there are these billboards for UB40, or certainly that version of UB40. The Birmingham Reggae Group, who took their name from the form you filled in the 80s to get unemployment benefit. One of his biggest hits was called 1 in 10, which is about the rate of unemployment then. And in this part of Birmingham now, I think the rate of unemployment is closer to 1 in 7.
We're going to a part of the city where unemployment is particularly bad, Alum Rock. We reported on life here from a distance during the first lockdown. Alum Rock has been hit hard by COVID.
These were the pillars of our community. These are our elders, our loved ones. Losing them, especially in COVID-19, especially the time that we're in, is heartbreaking.
Now we wanted to come back and hear from people in person.
Okay, this is where we're meeting him, right? This is obviously the main junction.
John.
Both Johns.
Yeah, likewise, how's things?
Very few people here have had solids or liquid since about, what, 6 o'clock? No, since last night.
That's right, yeah. A moment of reset, get back to basics again. It's a chance for us to reflect about how many people have passed away. At the same time, economically, we've been really affected. Let's talk about...
This your business, sir?
Which one is busy? You see busy any shop?
True.
Yeah, bits and bobs, I suppose.
Very quiet.
Yeah, so what he's saying is because we managed to get money from the council, my landlord knows about it, so he's saying, I want to improve your rent because...
What, your landlord wants to put your rent up?
Yeah.
But God, this area This is just teeming with small businesses. There's not a chain store in sight.
No. Yeah. This is like your proper bazaar that you get in India and Pakistan.
Oh, someone will talk to us in here.
Yeah.
This is your shop.
Yeah. So before we used to sell this for about £35 or so. Now we just decrease it. Now we are selling for 20.
Wow.
Look at the prices. Just sell it with a £1 or £2 profit. I don't know what to do.
So this is yours?
Yeah, but we've not been open that long. We've been open 2 months ago.
So you're a food business, right?
Yeah.
How's it going?
We've had a really good response because it's a month of Ramadan. We're open till 4 in the morning. Then when they start their fast, so everybody's gathered around here, coming for food, eating. It's really nice. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, Snapchat.
You're really trying, right?
Yeah, I'm trying really hard. I mean, look at the hours we're putting in and stuff. Things were getting really hard because I'm a wedding photographer as well. So weddings were kind of getting cancelled, and this was something I've always wanted to do. It was like a little dream that I want to do some catering.
When we first covered Alan Rock at the sort of height of the first lockdown, working remotely, what we missed really was the sort of determination and resourcefulness and resilience of people here, which you just see in hundreds of these businesses, which just aren't giving up. People are just working as hard as they can to stay afloat. And it's quite a contrast really to what you see in the middle of the city, which is all these corporate chain businesses that have just shut up shop and moved down.
Okay. How are you? Okay. He's one of the young activists.
Basically, you tell me, mate, in this constituency, mate, yeah, in our parks, Borden Park, Adley Park, mate, there's for the last 25 years, it consists of 4 swings. Now you tell me, with the residents, like large amount of residents, over 20,000 at a minimum, how can we have only 4 swings in Adley Park and Borden Park? Yeah. And that's ridiculous. Mate, it's like rats have eaten them.
Yeah.
The tarmac around the swings, it's dangerous for the children to play in them areas. Now, where's all that money going, lads?
Well, what they want to know really is the impact of COVID on the community of Alan Rock.
COVID's just arisen now in the last 12 months, you know what I mean? Let's not talk about problems that have arisen recently. Let's talk about ongoing issues, you know what I mean?
Poverty and austerity made Alan Rock vulnerable to the pandemic, but so did something else. The fact that people here live more communally and collectively. We drove up through the city into the north of Birmingham.
Yeah, I like it here. Look at this. It used to be a pub, now Macca's. It's palatial Macca's. I am actually quite interested in how people around here are voting, because you and I know from experience that places that look like this are the sort of places that decide elections, aren't they? Look at that, Lee. We need them. Shoppers car park, should we do it?
Yeah.
Shopping precincts and parades are a staple of where we've gone to ask people about life and politics. Very often it feels like there's a direct relationship with the state a place is in and a kind of fatalistic political view that's become very familiar.
We were just driving through and we saw this, right?
Yeah.
So what's happened here?
It's all closed down due to the COVID, mostly. It has gone down over the last few years.
How do you feel about it?
To be truthful, I don't come up here unless I have to.
But you used to presumably come quite a lot.
Yeah, every Saturday without fail.
Okay.
But it's just gone down the pan, hasn't it? It's like everything else.
Just
It's been
emptied
sold.
out.
It's been sold, and I think it's Lidl's that's bought it. Oh, the Lidl's all round is one of the two.
So there was a supermarket moving in.
Apparently so, but with what's going on, it's when and if, isn't it?
Ask you a slightly strange question. There are elections tomorrow. I don't know whether you're tuned into that, are you?
Not particularly.
You going to vote?
No.
Really?
No.
But you know when we come out, we was doing all the clapping for the nurses in NHS. All the neighbours actually spoke to each other. You don't do that anymore. People just get on with their lives, don't they?
Brought people closer together. It's brought people a bit closer together.
I think it has. A little bit, not loads, but a little bit.
You're going to vote tomorrow?
More than likely, yeah.
Do you know who you're going to vote for?
Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you. I'll probably just go for Conservative.
Really?
Yeah.
The area's depressing, you know what I mean?
The area's depressing.
Yeah, look at the area, just look at it.
What, the parks are all in a mess?
Yeah, man, it's fully messed up, fully.
Right. No one's spending any money here.
Nah, everyone's just living. That's it.
Outwardly, we are told the sort of mood at the minute is meant to be quite simple, isn't it? It's just sort of, well, we're all going to get vaccinated. June the 21st is going to go back to normal. And, you know, and the economy's forecast to grow 5% this year and everything's going gangbusters. But everywhere we've been, right, it doesn't feel like that, does it? What it feels like is that everything has changed and it's very unclear how we're going to put the pieces back together.
I mean, it's change, isn't it? So what's that? Like, it used to be a community centre. We should look up that.
It turns out the community centre here was demolished many years ago. The only poster on the local notice board is from 2017. It's hardly the most downtrodden place we've been, but it feels like it's gradually losing the kind of things that would once have brought people together.
Look at this. We're back having dinner at the food stall in Allen Rock, where we were before. And online, it's all going off, really. This is an online hustings for the Birmingham mayoral contest. And the only two candidates in contention, really, are the Conservatives' Andy Street and Labour's Liam Byrne, who's also the MP for this area.
But East Birmingham risks becoming an oasis of inequality in the middle there.
Meanwhile, on the other line, this is our little sort of control centre. This is an online meeting hosted by the City Council in Birmingham about surge testing in areas, including Allen Rock, for the South African variant of COVID. So there's a real urgency about this.
Just around the corner, Allen Rock's local radio station, Aap Ki Awaz, is on air.
So this is the definition of grassroots community broadcasting. I don't know what it is.
Its broadcasts are at the heart of efforts to counter people's scepticism about COVID and vaccination.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to you all. Samad Farmane aap radio Aapki Awaz ki nashriyat ko www.aapkiawaz.co.uk se. For those who haven't gone to the GP or NHS centre, I hope you have been and got your vaccination. Don't delay. Save for your community and save for your family, and I hope you have a good rosé.
It's now iftar, that time during Ramadan when people break their fast, and most people, it seems, are at home with their families, eating for the first time in many hours. We did some sort of...
Don't mind me asking.
No, not at all. We work for The Guardian. We make videos for The Guardian.
Can I be in it?
What do you want to say?
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
I want to know how life is here at the minute for you.
We're all good around Allen Rock. Everybody gets along. But then you get the odd policing that use their rights. I've been stopped by police once, which was a bystander who actually got the recording footage of me. Before the recording, the officers, for nothing, handcuffed me, shoved me up the wall, trying to abduct me in the car. Do you know what I mean? Until the guy put his camera phone out. And then you got the youths of the area ain't got no places to go, ain't got no... If you go around to the parks, the facilities are all shambled. They're burnt, you know what I mean? And if you go out of town, out into different area codes, you see that they've got youth clubs there.
What about jobs? A lot of people we met today have been talking about young people and jobs particularly.
So like imagine a young kid, it's like myself, I've wanted to get into Cadbury's for months and months. I've even took a 5-day course, do you know what I mean? I've applied for the job 3 or 4 times, but you're only accepting agency workers. I wouldn't say I've been let down by the system, but the system has let people down.
After all that, it was no surprise to learn that he didn't have any trust in vaccination, or much else. The defining thing about the mayoral election was probably less that the Tories' Andy Street won, than how distant the contest felt to most people we met.
Read off.
Total tumbleweed. It's not really where it's at, is it?
But it never is.
Like so much else we'd seen on this trip, polling day felt like one more empty space.
Wow. Wow indeed.
But the final empty space we saw in Erdington brought us a hopeful ending. These old swimming baths have been empty for 4 years, but we're meeting 2 local activists who are working to turn the building into a new community space that will help local people to start businesses.
We've been working on this before the pandemic,
yes.
but actually
given everything that's happened in the economy and people looking for, I think homework, there's a lot to be said for homeworking, but I think people want to also come out and meet others.
People have had to use innovation because they might have lost their jobs, so they might think they have a go at setting something up that they're passionate about.
Wow. So this is one possible answer to the fact that town centres are emptying out and are not what they want to is to bring people who want to start their own businesses into the middle of town.
Yeah, we're proposing there'll be a creche there.
Because they're not going to get a job in John Lewis or Debenhams now, right?
Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Given that they're closing.
Yes, The power of the people, really. I always say, people don't know they've got a power. They don't need it to be released. They've got it, but sometimes it's been suppressed. I know it'll happen because I can see it. You know, it's in there. It may look slightly different, but I just want it to be thriving.
It's a job at work, though, isn't it?
But why would you not want to try?
Thanks a lot. See you.
Stay safe.
I used to come here for my swimming lessons when I was
Did you?
in primary school. Yeah, I can't believe that it's been taken out because I loved coming here. It's childhood memories. It's like a piece of my past is gone. Honestly.
They're going to turn it into a sort of business incubator so people can have like hot desk, start businesses here. There'll be an event space in it, a cafe.
That would be interesting. If there's any way I can help and offer my services,
Well, you should get in touch. Witton Lodge, they're called Witton Lodge Community. They're based in them. It's in the last 2 or 3 years, right? Whenever we do a story, we find an organisation on the ground that's sort of doing interesting stuff. The reason we do it is if you're talking about making society better, it just tells you how to do it much more convincingly than I hear 99% of politicians do. I mean, it's election day today, but part of me thinks that's almost irrelevant when you see something like this. If you've enjoyed this film nearly as much as we enjoyed making it, consider making a contribution to The Guardian. All the details are below.